Explain why Henry VIII's succession to the throne was so secure, 1509. You may use the following in your answer: the divine right of kings, full treasury. You must also include information of your own. 12 marks. 6 of those marks will be awarded for AO2, which is your analysis of causation. This question is all about explaining why, so you need to identify some features to make your point. That brings us on to AO1, which is your knowledge and understanding of the period. Now you can use the stimulus points given to you in the question. You don't have to, but you can. But it's also really important that you use your own knowledge to progress into the higher bands. You can find out more about all of this on the overview videos. Here are the bottom 2 bands for this question. Now again, our overview video explains all of this in much more detail, but to be scoring in these bands, you may have given some factors or maybe some general comments, but you haven't really used them to explain why Henry had such a smooth succession. So to develop those points, you need to be bringing in some evidence from your own knowledge and then explaining it and linking that back to the question. You will also need a structure that the examiner can follow so that they know exactly what you're arguing. Here are the top 2 bands for this question. Have a read through and see where you think your answer might fit or what you might need to do to score highly in this question. As long as the points you make to support your argument are relevant to the question and correct, the examiner will accept them. But here are some examples of points that you could have made. The point, evidence, explain structure works really well here to show that you've developed your thinking. So you could, for example, make the point that there were no rival contenders to the throne. You could then draw in some evidence, so you could say that he was Henry VII's eldest surviving son after Prince Arthur's death. And then to explain that, you can say that that made him the undisputed heir to the throne. So you can see that that shows that you've thought carefully about what the question's asking you, and you've developed your thinking, and that is how you can score in the higher bands. Have a read through the rest of the points and see if there's anything else you could have added to your answer.